Hello everybody and welcome back to the new VR news. As always, I am Mateo311 and this is your one channel for everything VR related. Today we're checking out the most advanced VR headset, there may be some hope for VR arcades, and we have a long list of games to go through. So let's not waste any time and jump right into that. So my favorite VR single player melee game is now available on the Oculus Quest, and that is of course Until You Fall. Until You Fall is a beautiful roguelike title with fantastic melee mechanics. The game will have you learning enemy combos, ducking, dodging, finding the right time to release your power-ups, and of course, repeatedly dying. And luckily, the Quest version is not a significant downgrade, as the title retains all of its fun. So let's move into the new releases coming this week. First up, we have Panoptic, which is currently in early access, but will be available as a full release title this Thursday on October 8th. Panoptic is an asymmetrical, local multiplayer competitive title. It places a traditional keyboard and mouse user against the headset wearer in a tense game of cat and mouse. Similar to Vertigo, the headset wearer is a giant floating head with the ability to kill the keyboard and mouse player in a single hit. However, rather than a direct David vs. Goliath battle, the keyboard and mouse user must focus on stealth, blending in with the environment and other NPCs to eventually get to and disable a power source. If you have multiple gamers in the house but only one headset, this is an excellent title to check out. Now if you prefer your multiplayer battles online with even odds, well then Resolution Games has a new title for us. Blaston will also be available this Thursday, October 8th, and it's a sci-fi themed one-on-one shootout. Jump into an arena, grab the weapons that spawn around you, take out your enemy as quick as possible, and make sure to dodge those incoming bullets. Blaston is a truly unique one-on-one dueling title, and to some degree, it's a shooter version of the title Iron Lights. I've already started playing this game, so you can expect some coverage on my Friday recap video. Now, if you enjoy building stuff in VR, well then you have one more reason to pick up Vertigo Remastered. The just announced Sandbox DLC includes a level editor that you access from inside VR. You'll have the ability to upload and download new levels from the Steam Workshop, and we're also getting new player skins, new weapons, mutators, and a new master mode. This is some awesome news, guys, but the only thing better would be the release date for Vertigo 2. Another VR title I'm also waiting for the release of is Microsoft's Flight Simulator 2020. Microsoft is currently running a closed beta. You will need to already own the game, and there are some other minor requirements, like a minimum GPU of a GeForce 1080, but otherwise you can try your luck by clicking the link in my description. Okay guys, so last up, it's free game time. I always try to include a free game in these videos, and this week I got a great one for you. Propagation VR is a cinematic, horror-filled wave shooter that lasts about 30 minutes if you can survive that long. If you end up enjoying it, there's 4 separate difficulty levels for you to try the experience on, or maybe put some family members into this game and enjoy watching them scream out in horror. Honestly, after playing through the mess that was The Walking Dead Onslaught, this looks like a nice zombie-filled distraction. Okay guys, so next up, some good news for VR arcades. This is a topic that's near and dear to me both geographically and passionately. Due to the ongoing pandemic, and especially in areas that were hard hit, like the United States, there were some serious concerns that the VR industry would ever re-emerge. Well, VR World in New York City of all places is ready to reopen its doors. Now this means they were able to survive the extremely high rent of New York City, and will most likely be making a profit again in the near future. Now, New York has some of the strictest COVID policies in the entire country. They are currently only letting indoor businesses open at 25% capacity. And VR World's next challenge will be to make sure that they can prevent viral transmission in their facility. This is not the time that people want to be sharing VR headsets, but bored New Yorkers are also willing to try anything. So hopefully this is a nice return for the VR arcade industry. So let's move on to the last story of the day, and that is the most advanced VR headset. I know all the hype is on the Quest 2 right now, but in truth, as good as that product may be, it's not bringing anything new to the table. For years until the release of the Quest, we were only getting minor improvements to what was already available. Now the HP Reverb G2 Omnicept edition is bringing some new hardware to the table. It's the first headset to include a heart rate monitor, eye tracking, and facial tracking cameras. Now this combination of hardware is basically reading your brain. I did another video discussing how much information can be obtained just by tracking the user's eyes during a VR experience, but now you have an additional heart rate monitor and facial camera. Now, HP is currently focusing on how this is a priceless tool for developers. An example cited was using VR to overcome the fear of public speaking. So rather than practicing a speech in the mirror, you would do it in a virtual auditorium. The sensors in the headset would track your progress, indicating things such as your cognitive load and your anxiety level. Now, this is one way it helps a user inside an application, but for a developer having their game tested, it can provide feedback that you would never get on your typical survey. The headset can provide information on exactly when users were losing interest, becoming overly frustrated, or possibly too scared to continue playing a game. The amount of feedback that developers can get is almost limitless. And of course, this also has the ability to give us unique new features in VR. Facial tracking for social titles, heart rate tracking for fitness applications, unique gameplay experiences where you have to keep your heart rate down or your concentration level up. It's honestly the first time we'll see something uniquely new in VR since we last gained the ability of full finger tracking from the Valve Index controllers. Since Microsoft and HP worked closely with Valve on the HP Reverb G2, I'm hoping Valve will help support these features and make them common in new consumer headsets. We're just scratching the surface of the potential implementation of these features, and I'm really happy to see these companies progressing the technology rather than taking on Facebook's approach, which is just mainstreaming the technology. Okay everybody, that was today's new VR news. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, consider subscribing, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.